Hello and welcome to Memorial Gymnasium, where Tennessee just took down Vanderbilt 75-62, got their revenge for a loss at the buzzer last season. It didn't take the theatrics this time, but it was a little bit close down the stretch. I'm Ryan Sylvia, this is Noah Taylor. We're with VolReport on Rivals.com. And who else but Dalton Knecht to lead Tennessee to this win? Tennessee is trailing at a point in this game. The next 12 points for Tennessee come from Dalton Knecht. He goes on a personal 7-0 run in that span, shoots Tennessee into the lead. They don't give it up from there, and they end up walking home with a double-digit win. What were your thoughts on his 32 points tonight for Dalton Knecht?
Yeah, it's just become routine. You know, there were some moments in this game where you're kind of thinking back to last year. Vanderbilt again, a game Tennessee came in ranked number 6, or number 5 now, but number 6 coming out of that game last season. It was a game Vandy just didn't go away in until it cost Tennessee at the end. You were kind of feeling those memories a little bit, but Tennessee this time, the difference is Dalton Knecht, the guy that's played incredibly well overall, but it just seems to turn it on another level on the road. Like you said, the 32 points tonight goes on that run. He's kind of the spark plug for Tennessee in the second half, trailed at halftime in this game, and like you said, Vandy, you know, kind of made some pushes there down the stretch, but it was just what Dalton Knecht was able to do with that run there for Tennessee, just put them out of it, and what he's been able to do on the road has been incredible.
3 SEC road games for Tennessee. They end that span 2-1. All 3 games come back from behind efforts from Dalton Knecht, just absolutely taking over a game in the second half. The first one against Mississippi State comes up short, but when you're looking at the Georgia game and when you're looking at tonight against Vanderbilt here in Nashville, he just absolutely takes over the game, and it's like a comfort blanket for Tennessee. It feels like it's a matter of time before Dalton Knecht just absolutely takes over a game on the offensive end and leads you to victory. And they're going to need help from some other guys on the court, but when you have a guy that's capable for going for 30 every single night, that's definitely going to lead to a lot of wins. One of the guys that was definitely solid again for Tennessee, just a point away from a double-double, Jonas Adu, 9 points, 10 rebounds. He has a really solid game. What were your thoughts on his performance?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of, you know, feeling his presence in the game and taking over as well. Yeah, just finished short of that double-double, which you seemingly are getting out of him every night, almost or close to it like tonight. But yeah, just a huge asset for Tennessee. And you talk about Dalton Knecht and the consistency he's had. Jonas Adu's been right there for Tennessee and doing the same thing. I think that's been as huge as anything for them. And you know, some people would argue even the storyline of the season is him being able to play the way that he has, giving Tennessee what he's been giving them inside. It's definitely an advantage for them, you know, given what you have on the outside with a guy like Dalton Knecht, what he's able to do. Jonas has been right there, you know, providing that for Tennessee.
Now, I do want to talk a little bit about that off-ball guard position, Jordan Gainey, Santiago Vescovi. 2 good games from them. Rick Barnes talked about this shot, that he kind of felt that momentum turn, that everything swing in the favor of Tennessee was a Jordan Gainey 3-pointer. Can you talk about that moment and kind of what it meant?
Yeah, it's a guy you've seen, you know, went through that slump there early in SEC play, but the last 2 weeks he's come in and done that. Kind of did it against Alabama too, a game that was not as close as this one certainly for Tennessee, but a guy that again was kind of that spark plug, that kickstarter coming off the bench in that Alabama game. Does it again tonight in the second half. So 2 really solid outings for him. I think that adds another dynamic to this Tennessee team when Jordan Gainey's coming off the bench and scoring in double figures for you. I think that helps tremendously. You know, you were talking about Dalton Knecht being that blanket for Tennessee. And I think when he starts shooting that way, you see it open up for everybody else. And we've seen that from Jordan Gainey the last 2 games. I think that's massive for Tennessee. Seems to be hitting his stride at the right time. Like we've said, he kind of had that slump there, but a guy that's been incredibly useful off the bench for Tennessee. You saw it tonight, and he had as much to do with that run as anybody else.
And then you look at Santiago Vescovi, 12 points on the game. A really solid night from him, felt like, on both ends. He was going through a little bit of that fifth-year senior slump that him and Josiah were going through. Not the best game from Josiah-Jordan James today, but still an impactful player. We hear all the time about kind of how much he means to the team even when he's not scoring at a high level. But Vescovi able to knock down shots, drop 12 points, and a team high plus-minus of +15 on the game. So a really solid night from Santiago Vescovi as he's kind of slowly starting, it feels like, to build back into things and kind of maybe recapture a little bit of where he was in the past. That'll do it all from us here today, though, inside Memorial Gymnasium. Next up for Tennessee, who is it?
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Pretty good South Carolina.
A pretty good South Carolina team. And then it is a trip to Rupp Arena to play Kentucky. So you don't want to miss either of those 2 games. Head over to VolReport.com for our coverage throughout the week leading up to those matchups. Tomorrow, I will be in Oxford to watch Lady Vols take on another solid team in SEC play, Ole Miss. on the women's side of basketball. Football coverage always happening. Dale Dowden doing a great job on the recruiting end for us, and then baseball season coming up really, really fast. So head over to VolReport.com for all of our content. Thank you for watching.